Welcome to Spirits Are Talking, hosted by Lisa Silverman. Join us every Tuesday night for live on-air psychic medium readings, crystal energy healings, oracle card readings, chakra balancing, and so much more. Host Lisa Silverman is a natural-born intuitive, psychic, medium, and spiritual life coach, working professionally in the metaphysical healing arts since 2015. Lisa communicates with loved ones and pets that have passed on for emotional healing and answers. Not to mention, she is an established interior designer since 2009, focusing on feng shui, modern design, and house healings by creating a harmonious energy flow for her clients. Now, your host of Spirits Are Talking, Lisa Silverman.
Hi, thank you for joining me. So sorry I'm late. I had major technical difficulties. So I'm glad to be here. And we are going to be talking about numbers, numerology. Thank you all so much for being here. I'm a little frazzled. I need to take a big breath. Whew, couldn't get on. Computer wouldn't turn on, link was on, didn't work. I registered early. It was a scene. So I think this might be going on as a collective. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome wherever you are in the world. I know you could be anywhere in the world and you're choosing to be with me, who I'm having a moment of it's technical issues. Okay. So, and I can't even get situated yet. So anyway, thank you so much. There's no plant showing, but there is a plant. Oh, well, that's a Virgo in me. So I'm going to move it actually. It's live. What can I say? There, that's probably better. Okay. So we're going to talk about numbers tonight. It doesn't really matter. And so we're going to talk about numbers. And so numerology is, a combination of astrology to me and numbers. And the numbers you get, like your life path. What's your life path number? We're going to find out. And that's the main number that rules a lot of things. So I'm going to be wiggling a little bit because I'm just not that settled yet. Sorry about that. So anyway, what we're going to learn tonight is about numerology. And I'm not a numerologist by any means, but I do love numbers. I've always loved numbers. And we talked about the meaning of spiritual numbers last week. What does 1111 mean? And 222. And I saw 222 today, and I saw a lot of combos today. So that was really cool. But numerology, and I'm going to read from my iPad, is a belief system that assigns meaning to numbers and their influence on human life. It suggests that numbers have symbolic, metaphysical qualities that reveal insights about an individual's personality and life path and future. So the origins of numerology are not for sure known, but its roots are in ancient civilization. Numerology concepts can be found in various cultures throughout history, including Greece, China, Egypt, India, and the most influential contributors to modern numerology was a Greek philosopher who lived around 500 BC. Numbers have been around for a long time. We forget that, right? We forget that. Over time, numerology has evolved and incorporated elements from different cultures and belief systems. So numerology is pretty, popular. I mean, it's alongside your horoscope too, and they go together. But numerology continues to be embraced by individuals seeking insight to their personal life, to their soul growth, and what they're meant to do in this lifetime, because that number will tell you. We're going to find out. In all aspects of life. Numerology uses calculations from your birthday. So what we're going to do, and I'll teach you that in a second. If you don't know anything about numerology, grab a pen and a piece of paper because you're going to need it. Over time, numerology uses calculations based on your birth date to determine various numbers that are believed to reflect aspects of your personality, and life path. To find your life path number, are you guys ready? Anybody know what their life path is? Okay. Do you guys know what life path is? Oh, you already know yours. Number 3. I love it. I don't know how to do that. Let's see. I have a request to do something. I don't want to mess up. I don't know where it is. Sorry, Taylor. I don't know what you mean. Oh, I saw you in the private chat. Okay, I'll look at that later. Thank you all so much. I'm sorry I'm a little frazzled tonight. 8. Everyone knows their life path. Look at all these 8s. I'm on TikTok too. Okay, so the people that know, good evening, everybody. The people that know your life path, that's awesome. We're going to talk about the meanings. And I have 5 devices going. So please bear with me. And my angle's terrible. And you know what? It's the universe telling me, slow down. Things are going to work out. It's totally fine. Okay. And I've got green growing out of my head. And it's fine. I have to laugh at myself, because if we don't laugh at ourselves, really, life's too serious. This is not the end of the road. But okay, so if you don't know, grab a pen and paper, and this is how you're going to figure it out. Okay. You're going to get for example, if your birthday is 9/15, you're going to add I'm going to do it off of my notes. For example, if you were born on March 10th, 1990, you would add 3 for the month of March. March is the 3rd month. Okay. And then you would add 1 and 0 together, the 2 numbers together. So, and then the year. So whatever year. And you're going to the individual digits of the year. In this case, the sum is 23, which is not a single digit. So you would add 2 and 3 to get 5. Therefore, your life path number would be 5. Does this make sense? Anybody? Have you done this before? I'm a 7, was born on the 7th of 8 kids. Wow, that's awesome. Lucky 7 on my comments. That's great. Thank you so much for joining me. Okay. So similarly, to find out your personal number, you assign numerological values to the letters in your name and add them together. I'm not going to go that deep tonight, but you can do that on your own. Like A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and so on. After calculating the value for each letter in your name, you add them together until you have a single digit or a master number. Keep in mind that numerology is considered a form of pseudoscience. I don't feel that way. While it can be fun and insightful to explore, it's important to approach it with an open mind and not take all the results that you find too seriously. Well, of course, you take what you leave, take what you resonate, and leave the rest, right? So people know their life paths. I love it. Okay, so what master numbers? We talked about numerology last week. That's why I decided to do this week's on numerology, because they go together. So for example, we talked about in last week, we talked about the master numbers of numerology. I mean, of spiritual numbers, which were 222, 111, 1111. So as mentioned before, it's the same that applies in numerology. So if you have an 11 or 22, they're considered master numbers, and those stay a master number, if you will. Oh my God, I'm losing my thought. I need to catch a breath. I have all my notes, and those wouldn't load either. I mean, I was a cluster. I'm so sorry, but was a cluster. Which numerology numbers are most powerful? So now that you've calculated a life path number, hang out with me and we'll talk about what all the numbers mean. Unless you want to just wait for yours, that's totally cool too. But you've calculated your life path number, and it's time to find out what these digits really mean. So if you're a life path 1, any ones around? Any life path 1s? Life path 1, I have to look at my notes. They finally came back on. Mine's a 5. Mine's a 5. I'm a 5. Okay. So there's some 1s. Any 1s on here? Okay. So number one, like Aries begins, the numbers in numerology. And like Aries, which is a fire sign in the beginning of astrology, it's about action and initiation. One is linked to forward motion in numerology. So moving forward and taking action. It symbolizes a pioneering spirit. I'm going to move this over. And independent nature and leadership capabilities. One is definitely action. Wow, there's an 11. I love it. I'll read you that too. On a bad day, they can be a bit bossy, boastful, and hiding insecurities. Sounds like kind of Aries in a way. No offense, any Aries, but behind overdeveloped self-importance, one must remember that although it's first, it can be very quickly become the loneliest number. Even the most autonomous number one needs support of their friends and family and lovers, even though they're independent. What do you think about number ones? They're kind of like Aries. These go with astrology. So life path numbers, and you look at your chart and you look at your sun, moon, and rising sign, they do collaborate. They really do. Number two is linked to sensitivity, balance, harmony. Within numerology, the second vibration assumes the role of the mediator, creating harmony by bringing together broken forces or smoothing things over through compassion, empathy, and kindness. Two is linked to psychic abilities, intuition, and if this number appears as a life path or destiny number, the individual will be astute to subtle energies. I love that. That's what intuition is. Intuition is listening to subtle energies, emotions, and nuances, because two is so sensitive, it's very conflicted, has a conflicted universe, and it has averse feelings to certain things, and they just know when it's time to go or time to stay. Two must avoid seeking external validation, instead realize that the perfect equilibrium needed already exists within. I love that. So no sound. Can you hear me okay? Please don't tell me there's no sound. Can everyone hear me okay? There's someone said no sound. Okay. Gotta stay in my own lane here. Everyone can hear me. Okay. Thank you all, because it's been one of those whack-a-days. Okay. So we're on to number three. Any number threes in the crowd? Hi. Hi, everybody. Thank you for the highs and support. Communication is paramount for number three. Symbolically, three represents the output of two joined forces. And in the essence of creation, three is highly gifted in expression, seamlessly sharing innovative and pioneering concepts, which I love that. And it finds great joy in making others smile. However, three also is known to be quite moody, and if three feels misunderstood, may withdraw entirely. Wow, that's interesting. The escapist tendencies of three are easily noticed by practicing to get quiet. Basically, they need to practice peaceful mindfulness, which is an act with such an active imagination. It's important for three to find moments of quiet to reset, restore, and recharge. Anybody relate to three? It's like an action, kind of an action complex, kind of like a Gemini in a way. Sorry, I'm going to get comfortable now. I'm just all over the place tonight. Okay, we're on number four. In numerology, four has an earthly energy and is centered around fortifying its roots. Four believes in the physical world and known that investing in solid infrastructure is necessary for building a lasting legacy. Practical, hardworking, responsible, the vibration of number four is forced and focused on creating a logical system that can support growth. There is solidity to 4. However, that can quickly dissolve into rigidity. We don't want rigidity. Just remember that 4's rules are meant to enhance, not inhibit. It's easy for 4s to become stubborn. So 4's beliefs from learning to loosen up and think outside the box. 4 will feel liberated and inspired by finding the bravery to take a few bold risks. Interesting. They're hardworking, practical. They like logic. They like balance. They like structure. Excuse me. Okay, next is number 5. I'm a number 5. Any number 5s? This video is going to be 5. I needed a reminder. Free thinking, adventurous, progressive. 5 is defined by freedom. 5 needs to experience the world by engaging in the 5 senses. Oh my gosh, that's totally me. For 5, life lessons are acquired through spontaneous acts of bravery. Yeah, I believe it. Akin to kind of Sagittarius energy within astrology, 5 is known for its playful, impulsive, and vivacious spirit. But on the other side of its signature fun and joyfulness, 5 can become restless and impatient. Since 5 is always seeking discovery, it has a difficult time accepting life's day-to-day responsibilities, including professional and interpersonal commitments. Interesting. 5ers remember that when it narrows its gaze, it will discover that the most rewarding exploration exists in its own backyard. Funny. There's another 5. 5 also likes to travel. You know, we're restless. We like new things. That's why I love doing what I do on both of my careers. Being an interior designer, I like change. I like to make things happen. I like newness, and I like to not have the same thing every day. Same when I channel loved ones, I don't talk to the same spirit all the time. And I like that because it keeps me interested, right? Because I do become restless. Number 6. 6 is recognized for its nurturing and supportive and empathic nature. A true healer, 6 has the ability to problem solve in both the emotional and physical realms. I love that. Helping others through its straightforward yet gentle approach. 6 has a strong sense of responsibility and cares deeply for its friends, families, and lovers. This number is also easily communicates with children and animals, displaying a soft side and tenderness as a caregiver to other souls. But not everything needs to be parented, and sometimes 6's protective energy can become domineering, that's so interesting, and controlling. To avoid carrying the world on its shoulders, 6 must learn to build trust and understanding for others and know that not everything has to be their way, and everyone must follow their own unique path. So, okay, sorry about that. Number 7, does that resonate? Any 6s in the house? Let's hear it. And you can calculate your friends' birthdays or your lovers or your partners. Let's hope my notes. Okay, let's hope my computer is acting so strange. Okay, number 7. The 7s are I love number 7, and I love number 3, and I love number 5. I love all them odd numbers. Number 7, the detectives of numerology. It's known for its investigative abilities and analytical skills. Sounds like a Virgo. Astrology, the number 7, can be thought of as a blend of Virgo and Scorpio. Oh my God. Thank God I'm not a 7 because I'm a Virgo sun and Scorpio moon. That would be wild. Energy 7 is extremely detail oriented, but is driven by inner wisdom and opposed to tangible and is opposed to tangible realities. 7 has a keen eye, and its observations fuel a quick-witted, attentive spirit. Because it can quietly find flaws in most any system, such a Virgo and Scorpio, it's a bit of a perfectionist, number 7. So all you perfectionists that are 7, that's where it's coming from. It's so important for this number to counterbalance its skepticism with an open mind. Not everything will be foolproof, but that's what makes life fun. So like 7 wants to get right down to the nitty gritty and find out what's going on and not have a lot of they want black and white with not a lot of gray area. It's very interesting. Okay. My notes. Number 8. 8 is all about abundance. I love this. For all you 8s, Selena Rose is an 8. Is about abundance. Within numerology, this number is linked to material wealth and financial success. Ambitious and goal-oriented, 8 can effortlessly assume leadership positions throughout its natural magnetism. I love that. 8 applies to big picture thinking to broaden its scope, racing up the top of any ladder to reach extraordinary heights. But with the great power comes great responsibility. 8 breeds workaholics. On a bad day can be excessively controlling. It's interesting. And there can be a little possessive. However, its negative qualities can be lessened by giving back to community, by using their time and volunteer and their success to help others. 8 realizes there is nothing more valuable than contributing to the greater good and the world. So that's good. Oh no. Okay. Number 9. As the final single digit within numerology, number 9 notes an old soul. I know number nine has been through all the numbers. So it's like an ending, it's an ending of really intense lessons and stuff of soul growth. As a final single digit with the numerology, 9 denotes an old soul. 9 is no stranger to life's ups and downs. Been there, done that, experienced this, experienced that. And 9, accordingly, 9 can effortlessly synthesize large quantities of stimuli, physically connecting the dots from a cohesive whole. The mission for 9 is to reach the highest state of consciousness and to help others also achieve their goals and their higher consciousness. So they're like big teachers. 9s are really big teachers. 9 is in many ways has transcended the physical plane, and it must constantly remember to anchor itself. So 9s really need to ground themselves in meditation, and they need to balance with abstract thinking and tangible findings in their, like, they have a hard time defining what's fantasy and what's reality. So they need a balance of groundedness because they're really evolved and they live out of their body more. How do I know what my number is? Okay. Someone's asking again, what you're going to do is you're going to add your birthday all together to a single digit. So you're going to add, if your birthday is March 3rd or March 10th, you add the 3 for the month, the day, and then the year. And you bring it down to a single digit. Tina's asking, so anyone want to, oh, wow, private chat. Okay. Sorry. Let me see. Oh, I can't watch. I'm dyslexic. So having 3 screens on is really a lot for me. Okay, let's get to the master number 11. Master number 11 rubs up the energy of number 2. Its purpose is to heal the self and others through its elevated psychic abilities. Often master number 11's intuitive gifts are a result of extreme life circumstances. Master number 11 has no choice but to cultivate an extrasensory talents in numerology. Master number is 11 is connected to spiritual enlightenment, awareness, and metaphysical balance. So they like balance in pretty much everything. But they're higher. They're, very ascended. Master number 22 is often referred to as the master builder. Expands on vibrations of number 4, which is like organized, and they like things, there's not a lot of gray. Master number 22 is inspired to create platforms in the physical realm that transcends immediate realities by seeing the tangible and creating intangible. By seeing intangible, thinking, and then manifesting. Master number 22 cultivates a dynamic long-term legacy. They really do. Master number 22 skills are usually a byproduct of early childhood instability that fuels innovative thought. Interesting. So a lot of double twos, 22s have had hard childhoods. Industrious, creative, and dependable. Master number 22 is always on a mission to transform. Wow. So someone's asking, would 10 be a 1? Yes, 10 would be a 1. And a 1 is like the very start of numerology, like Aries is in astrology. Okay. Right. Literally. Any questions or comments? All my notes I can't even pull up this whole thing. It's such a weird energy. Anybody feeling this energy out there, or is it just me? Please advise, because I just want to back up for a second. When I got on, I was going to the studio before, and I was on at 5:30, and when I came back to my computer at 6:30, it kicked me out. So I tried to log back in, and my Chrome wouldn't open. So that's what happened. Anyway, my notes are just, my computer's just acting really crazy. It did get knocked over yesterday. But any questions or comments? My notes are trying to load now. What the heck? Okay, let's just talk about your destiny number really briefly, and then you can Google this yourself if you want. What's your destiny number? So the life path number is your soul, and it's the essence of who you are, right? Like your moon sign is really who you are inside your soul. So how do you calculate your destiny number in numerology? We're going to touch on this. You can also use numerology to derive the root number of names or words. This is where our ancient Greek guidance, according to his theories, certain letters have specific numerological values, which are as follows. I don't know if you want to get your pen out. I'll read them off. Number 1 is A, J, and S. Numerology number 2 is B, K, and T. Number 3 is C, L, and U. Number 4 is D, M, and V. Number 5 is E, N, and W. Number 6 is F, O, and X. So interesting. Number 7 is G, P, Y. Number 8 is H, Q, Z. And 9 is I, R. So when you use this technique, using this technique is easy to find the root number associated with names, which numerologist refers to as your destiny number. To find your destiny number, calculate the root number of your full name, first, middle, and last, from your birth certificate chart. So when you do that and you copy, you calculate them all together. So then it would also go down to a single digit. Okay. This seems so boring, but it's so cool. It's a lot of work to write it up. And then you'll find your life path reveals your greater purpose. Your destiny numbers offers insight as to how you express your greater goals. So, as in Life Path 8 person, my mission is to cultivate abundance. I will express this through my destiny number 6, nature, healing, and empathy. So, I hope that makes a little sense. You're going to take you can do this later for play work if you want, or you can do it now, whatever you want. But you write down your name, and then you find the letters that correlate with you write down your name and you find the numbers that correlate with that letter, and then you add that all the way across to single digit. Okay. Wow, I was thinking of such a different, I was going to do some. Tina, did you figure it out? It's an interactive night. Yes, it is. Only some things aren't so active, like my electronics. And, to relax, take some deep breaths. Thank you. I'm relaxed. It's just I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. I'm a number 5. I want it done the way I want it done. Right? Number 5. Free thinking, adventurous. But I don't like when things don't go my way. And especially when I'm committed to coming on here. A Leo Virgo. There's a lot going on in the planets right now too. But any questions or comments? I want to know what you thought. You go dig deeper. Now that you've discovered, if you hadn't already, your life path number, go Google it and find out what does it really mean, because it does totally go with your astrology signs. It's so interesting. So would anyone like me to pull an oracle? Since I just jumped right in, I would love to pull an oracle, a couple, see what's going on. You'd still do it on your birth. What someone asked a comment. What if your name was spelt wrong on your birth certificate? You still do your birth certificate. That's interesting. We're going to do a card for a collective, the collective. Okay. So I'm going to stay focused right here. Let me move myself over. I mean, I had it all set up so nice, so I didn't have to look in 5 places, but I'm over it now. Okay. And I've got a green thing growing behind me. Okay. Let's pull a card. What do we need to know? I'm using Wisdom of the Oracle. I'm so glad my microphone's working. My computer's all cockeyed, but it is what it is this week. Okay. So I'm feeling I just want to know in the comments, in a word, what's the energy like for you guys, for all of you who's joining me? What's the energy been like for you? Is it wonky? Or you feel stable, relaxed? Are you busy? Do you feel happy it's summer? What's going on? Fast. Someone feels wonky and heavy, exhausted, stressed. Super busy. People are acting nuts, overwhelmed. People are acting nuts. Yeah, it's funny. I've been in my area for a really long time, and I've noticed that people are just, and I am very nice, strange energy. Someone says, I am very polite and nice, and I grew up in retail and know that it's really important to say hi when you go into someone's store or whatever. Well, I went somewhere yesterday that I buy things professionally from in my design world. And I was picking up some paint actually. And I see the guy that owns the place. And this is the energy for the last 2 days, not just in this moment, last couple of days. Haven't seen him for a while. I usually have someone else pick up things for me there, painters and stuff. So anyway, I was getting a sample paint and some other things, samples of paint for a client. And the guy didn't even say hi to me. He looked right at me. I didn't even say hi. And I thought, what's going on? Why are people just not that friendly? I want to know. I feel like we need to keep shining our light, but people just aren't that friendly. It's strange. Time to go. Time for a change. What do we all need to know? Exchanging gifts. This is great. Card number 27, which equals a 9. Exchanging gifts. That's what we need. Like, I'm in his place buying paint, and the currency that he would have been nice was, hey, how you doing? Nice to see you, as a customer, right? So exchanging gifts. Listen to me. We need to be nicer. Can we all commit to being nice? And when someone is feeling out of sorts, to just hold space for them and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Can we just get out of our own heads for a change and does this make sense to anybody? Get out of our own head and our own things. The law of giving and receiving is why I'm saying all this, because this is what this card means. It's about currency, receiving, trade-offs, weighing the costs, and determining the value. The oracle message. You're entering in a productive and enriching time when all matters of opportunity are being offered to you. This is a great card. This is very abundant. You have everything you need to seize them. Yet in order to honor them, you must put in the time and exchange your experience and skills and commit heart and soul to what you're choosing to pursue. You can do it. You have all it takes to be successful if you align with the law of giving and receiving. You must exchange in a dance of give and take. If you let fear guide your choices, you could deplete yourself or create an imbalance. This is not the time to just do. Use your currency wisely and be mindful of the value of others bring into your life. Does this resonate with anybody? It's the prosperity piece, because we want to know what that is. All your hard work and your commitment to learning, creating, and spending your time wisely pays off in ways you may not even have been anticipating. The gifts of yourself, your time, your ideas, the energy of your intentions are being reciprocated by the universe. That's right. So mind what you say and think, and I'll get to that in a minute. Everything is an exchange. Keep doing what you're doing. Goodwill comes back tenfold. So when you think things like, oh, I thought of that person, and then they call, right? That means you're putting out energy out to call that in. Just think about how it works when we think like, oh, I'm going to hit every light. Guess what? You probably will. So I love this card. My dog's snoring. Sorry. He never snores. He's even whacked. Second time I've heard him snore. Political time right before us, elections, and it lasts about 4.5 months, I read. Interesting. Yes, I've been thinking about this very subject all month long. Interesting. Anybody else? There's somebody has smog. Okay. Yeah, it's like whatever, you can't be a great pianist if you don't play, right? And exchanging gifts is energy. I do a lot of readings and stuff, and it's an energy, it's an exchange. That's in our world, money is currency and energy is currency. And what we give to ourselves and give to others really pays off, right? If you invest being grateful. Absolutely. I love that, Christine. Gratitude. If the only prayer you ever said was thank you, it would be enough. Gratitude for everything. Gratitude for my computer falling over, not working. Gratitude that I made it on here because I was prepared at 5:30 and then everything just went haywire. And what's interesting is I think I'm releasing stuff, but still, when any you guys, I'm sure, or some of you folks are empaths and sensitive. And do you notice that if you're an empath or you're sensitive, that you make your connections to electronics gets kind of blown up? Literally, I had my notes, my thing. Anybody notice that? I have to type something. Anybody notice that? Yeah, being a number 9, it's hard because they need to stay grounded. I love that. Leah says, one of my spirit guides helps me with technology. I love that. I need to ask mine to do that. We are going to take a quick break and hang on. We're going to take a 2-minute, not even 30-second break, and see you on the flip side in a second. Okay, so we're back. Thank you so much, Todd, my producer. I appreciate you. And Taylor, my assistant, I appreciate you too. Thank you both so much. And everyone who's listening and watching me muddle through this numerology podcast. So I want to pull a card. I'll take a question from anybody I'll pull a card for someone saying, Kevin saying, I've blown up computers, phones, and even an X-ray machine. Interesting, because of your energy. I love that. Oh, thank you. Someone said I'm doing a great job. Thank you. I'm just winging it. It's like, this is just who I be, you know? I have a funny story to tell you, if you don't mind. Kevin, I love that. I have blown up computers too, phones, and even an X-ray machine. I'm going to start really quick with this short story that I bought this computer a long time ago, and I got the bigger size laptop, and it was like a Dell. And I kind of had buyer's remorse. Okay. And my tech guy, this is like 15 years ago. Now I'm all Apple, but 15 years ago. And it was green, my color and everything. And I liked it, but then I got it and it was just too heavy. Okay. So I'm thinking that's so weird. I'm not going to want this. I'm not going to want this computer. It's too long, too heavy, too big laptop. So I looked at it and I said, I don't want this. And I want to return it. And I know it was custom made for me and I couldn't really return it. So my guy comes over and I go, I don't know if I really like this to teach me how to work it. Guess what? It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. It would not start. Nothing he did, it just wouldn't work. And so he goes, wow, that is so strange. I've never had anything happen like that before. And then he returned it and I got the size that I wanted. I've got numerous car batteries. I've blown lights in a microwave. Wow. I blew with my girlfriend. I wish she was on here. She was my witness on a cruise. I was on a cruise and we were going. That's because we're so powerful and we got to like harness it too, right? To blow other things up, like, our I don't know, in a good way. So I was on a cruise. We went on this whole day excursions and stuff. And we get back on the cruise and we're going to sail away into the sunset. And they're playing like Toy Story movie on the big, huge Trinitron. And I'm like, oh no, this is ridiculous. Where's the calypso? Where's the, reggae? Where's some music to sail away from? Like, that's what needs to be blasting. Well, it's like Toy Story and there's no kids on the ship really. So I say to these two older women, I'm gonna turn that off. And they're like, oh yeah, sure. I go, no, it's way too loud. It's ridiculous. And they're like, oh, okay. And so I said, I just wanted to relax for 45 minutes before I have to take a shower, like everyone else. We don't want to hear this movie blaring. So she's like, oh, okay. So I look at the TV. I said, you've got to turn off. We're talking 1 minute later, the TV goes, and the ladies look at me all scared. And I said, oh my gosh. I said, if that TV stays off for more than 5 minutes, then I did that. If it goes right back on, I don't know who did that. That TV, it was so loud and obnoxious, did not go on for 50 minutes. I went to the bar and bought them a drink and said, here you go. I'm really not that crazy. And then I went to the casino later that night and saw this head steward or whatever. I said, hey, what happened to that big TV? And you guys should not play movies. You should not play movies. You should play calypso, Caribbean, whatever kind of music when you're setting sail. And so he goes, oh my God, we don't know what happened. We had a fuse blow and all this stuff, and it was out for 2 hours. I was out for 2 hours. Meantime, I got my 45 minutes. Okay. It's all I wanted. It was so peaceful and so beautiful. I got my 45 minutes of relaxing time, sauntered back to my room, took a shower. I felt like $1 million. It was crazy. So I'm going to pull a card for somebody who wants a card. Just say yes, and I'll pull a couple cards. Thank you for listening. So yeah, we do blow up energy. Our energy blows things up. Christine, I'm going to pull one for Christine. Okay. Hi from everywhere. Thank you so much. I'm on TikTok. I want to hear more, Kevin. Thank you for joining me. Kevin says, I can relate. I've had those crazy stories too. I anchor energy for the planet and blast people with love and healing energy. I love my job. I love that. Can you connect with me? Send me a message. Okay. So first is Christine. I have her permission. I'm going to pull a card. What does Christine need to know for her highest good? Okay. How about that? What does she need to know? That you're blessed. Oh my gosh. Card number 22 in numerology. It's a high master number. Christine, you're blessed. We're not going to get to too many people tonight on the live, but we'll do it another time more. Something wonderful is unlearned and unexpected grace, unforeseen gifts from spirit. There's moments in life when all of a sudden things just drop into your lap, right? That's what happens when you get this card. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. The Red Sea parts in front of you and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. I love that. Deep down, you didn't deserve all of it, but yet you do deserve all of it because the universe is bringing it to you because you're blessed. Let awe and gratitude for all your blessings guide you now. That's so beautiful. Let all your blessings guide you now. That's the essence of the card. Can't read the whole entire card because we're running out of time. It's like time goes quick when you come on late. Okay, next person is Leah. I'm probably saying your name wrong. I said it wrong before, but nice to see you. I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to need to do a meditation tonight. Lee, that's right. Thank you, Lee. Okay, a change in the wind and protection. There's a change in the wind. So what you think's been the normal, it's card number 12, is that things are changing. Like you're not the same person that you were last week, and you're not going to be the same person in the next week or two. So a change in the wind is knowing is a sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, but are feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. Interesting. It's human nature to yearn for certainty and resist change, but remain the only thing that remains consistent is the zebra stripes in this card. And change. Yet nothing in the human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one guaranteed thing is change. Now is the time for transformation as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air. And with change comes really great things. The unknown is where the magic lies. Boom. The unknown is where the magic lies. Does that resonate for you? You're welcome. Thank you. Let me see if I can get to somebody else. Someone keeps getting kicked out of the live. Okay, cool. Let's do another one. I have 3 minutes. So, okay. And the next person was, who else wanted a card on, would like me to pull an oracle? And do you want me to just do one night again of just oracle cards? Would you like that? I want some feedback. There won't be a show next Tuesday. Right? No show. It's 4th of July. Okay. Let's see. Sylvia. Oh, okay. There might be a show, but I don't know. We'll see. Todd's working. Okay. Sylvia. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm going to pull a card for Sylvia. What does Sylvia need to know for highest good? I think there's higher power. I love it. Card number 4, connecting to your higher power. For sure. We got to trust in the higher power. I'll show you that card again. It's so beautiful. We have to trust in the higher power. Conscious contact with the higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to partnership with spirit. This card reminds you that you're more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which the higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and ask, what is in the highest good for all? And how can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life, more wonders that you can even know. You are always protected and divinely directed. There you go. I hope that resonates for you and everyone that I got to pull a card with. So would you like oracle cards? A fun night of oracle cards? And pet messages? Okay. And if you like what you see, please look in the comments and Google my business. And you can also book a session at spiritsaretalking.com. Please go and Google my business, give it a 5-star, say yes, whatever you want to say. And then go book a session when you're ready. And it'll say, you can put in the code Google 20 and get 20% off. And that's only good to the end of the month, till the 30th. It's only a couple more days. Okay, so take advantage of that. Anyway, thank you all so very much. I'm so glad we made it through technical difficulties, being dyslexic, having a phone, 2 computers, my iPad, reading, overstim, listening. We did it. And so I'm so grateful. Thank you all so very much for being with me. And the technical difficulties shall dissipate probably as soon as we're done. Thank you all. See you next time. Bye.
The truth is here and now on WLTKDB Talk Radio at WLTKDB.com.